Ever since I came to this country, I've been searching for belonging. Memories of my exile still haunt me. The children-born citizens of this country would taunt me for being an immigrant, and I was just a young child crying. Lying in bed, eyeing other kids in school, wondering why happiness kept passing me by. I used to fight, trying to fit in with these kids that were cruel. While I was acting the fool, I'd be desperately searching for a way to belong in this strange new society. And I would be longing for my beautiful Guatemala with anxiety. See, I came here tonight to tell you about me. To tell you about the belonging I so desperately wanted to see, since I had to flee from my country as a political refugee. My mom's friend was abducted, our phone line was tapped, my dad left my mom feeling trapped, and we were inducted into the list of over 1 million Guatemalan refugees. We left for Costa Rica. I was thinking my refuge would be my Spanish language, but my last name would impede my belonging because it means Mexican in Spanish. I was in anguish. I was an outsider who didn't belong, and this is how children grow to be men and never learn that it is okay to be lost, and it is okay if the cause of your depression is the feeling that you don't belong anywhere or with anyone. But some men use this feeling of despair as an excuse to abuse the women they love, and I know this to be true because I had done this too. Get back at the world for all it put me through. I had been abusive in relationships through and through, but I tried to break this violent cycle so many times. I went to different support groups and churches of so many kinds. My mama even sent me back home one time, where my beautiful auntie, I call her mi Tía Lorenita, took me in as one of her own. Mi Tía Lorenita knew that I had been wronged and just needed to find my way home. She never judged me, just loved me, and I was blown away. I'm able to share this with you today because that feeling of despair has now washed away. See, if you feel that you don't belong, then I pray that you don't feel alone. Everyone is looking for belonging today, and it isn't your fault this capitalist society was designed in this way. They got you thinking that belonging is something for which you can pay. Buy this fancy watch and belong in our society today. Live above your means and belong in our society today. Be in debt, drive an SUV, diamonds are forever. But so are the lacerations of the African children that mind them. Are you wearing a blood diamond? They no longer have their way with me. See, I used to equate having money with belonging in the society, but I opened up my eyes and was able to see the reality. I went to the clubs and to the shopping malls, and all I would see, materialistic people in overpriced clothing looking for belonging so desperately, and that used to be me, until I decided it was time for others to want to start belonging with me, and I started writing my poetry. Through my poetry, I found my destiny manifested in me. I went from not speaking English and being a refugee to seeing my poetry on the CBC. Now, I belong wherever my poetry tells me I should be. I belong on the stage, having each one of you listen to me. I belong on any stage with a mic in my hand, because I understand that my feeling of belonging was provided by fulfilling my destiny, and it had nothing to do with fancy clothes, cars, jewelry, or ethnicity. So I decided to let my destiny guide my poetry and live a life of simplicity like mi Tía Lorenita would have wanted to see. She passed away on my 25th birthday and left behind 2 of her seeds. It was just after I left the hospital when God took her from me and her loving family, but she spent the last days of her life living in simplicity happily. Tía Lorenita, I'm missing you badly from the bottom of this brave heart beating inside of me sadly. Te digo a ti que te extraño mucho a ti, and I hope you can see that I finally found the belonging you had always wanted for me. She's in my heart and in my soul, and her name is poetry.